29-23, Argentina's historic win at home. The All Blacks didn't just lose this game. They were embarrassed. It's time we stop sugarcoating it. I've got some brutal honesty to share and a few serious questions we all need to be asking. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the All Blacks' shocking loss to Argentina. The first ever win for Los Pumas over the All Blacks on home soil. And let me tell you this. This one, it stings. Let's break it down. Talk about what went wrong and who stepped up and what we need to fix before the next big challenge at Eden Park against South Africa. And trust me, this one's a tough pill to swallow. But first off, huge respect to Argentina. They definitely deserve that win. You cannot take that away from them. They were better in every department, more physical and more disciplined, and they just showed more hunger. We saw all that. Argentina played with a level of passion and intensity that the All Blacks couldn't match. And honestly, they embarrassed us. Not just as a team, but as a whole rugby nation. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Let's talk about Simon Parker, though. His debut, what a special moment for the young guy. He's got something, you could tell from the moment he stepped onto the field. He wasn't afraid to put his body on the line and make an impact. This kid is definitely part of the future of New Zealand rugby. And if there's a silver lining in this mess, it's Parker. Can't wait to see more of him moving forward. Now on to a heartbreaking one, Cody's 100th test match. To be honest, what a disaster. He's been a legend, but the performance on the whole team felt like we took a dump on that milestone. And I'm not taking away from the significance of the game for him, but that was just embarrassing. With all honesty, I'm sure he's gutted by the result. And as us Kiwi fans, All Black supporters, we would be too. But here's where the frustration builds. Scott Robertson, look, with all due respect, I'm a huge fan. I respect Scott Robertson, but he's got a massive selection headache right now. His choices are making no sense at times. And this match was proof. We're seeing players out of position, and it's hurting us. And Reiko Ioane on the wing, that's just wrong. He's completely out of the All Blacks. I'm not even apologizing. It's time. The guy hasn't earned the right to stay in the team anymore. He needs to go back to the NPC and get some rhythm, get some confidence back in his game. But at test level, no way. We've seen enough. But let's make this clear. Now, Reiko Ioane is done at test level. He's not the Reiko Ioane that we know 10 years ago. He was a try-scoring machine. His electric pace. But if you look at him now, what a waste, to be honest, what a waste. I've lost all respect for him as an All Black. He needs to play NPC level and get back to basics and earn his spot again. Right now, he's not cutting it. And you can't just throw someone into a position they haven't played in years and expect them to perform. It's not working. It hasn't been for a while now, and his poor form is affecting the team. And we can't keep carrying him. So to me, he's out. No more excuses. And what's even more frustrating is the lack of new talent being brought in. The All Blacks need fresh blood in that backline. We've got young guys, coming through, and it's time to give them a shot. We need pace, and it's time to give them the opportunity. I'm not talking about the kind of pace, we saw against the Los Pumas. No. I'm talking about game-breaking speed, bringing some fresh faces to shake things up. I'm sick of seeing the same old names, making the same mistakes. Time for a change. And looking at the halves, Cortes Ratama is injured, and I'm hoping it's not serious. But honestly, hey, you know it. You fans know it. The All Blacks fans, you know it. I know it. It's time to bring Preston in. It's his time. He's been waiting in the wings for long enough, and he deserves to shine on the big stage. Or do we really keep going with Finlay Christie? I think it's time for something new. I mean, South Africa coming up, and we need something to spark that backline. Because at the moment, our backline is probably the weakest link at the moment. And we just need someone to be more sharp in the halfback role. And it's time to bring Preston in for that big moment. But we need to ask ourselves some serious questions after that loss. What's going wrong with the leadership? Is the coaching staff getting the selections right? And what about the discipline? I mean, 3 yellow cards in a game. You're never going to win Test rugby matches like that. I mean, we're slipping, and we need to fix this fast, especially with South Africa looming on the horizon. There's no more time for half-baked selections or waiting for things to, magically click. The All Blacks need to get their act together. And I want to hear from you guys. What worries you most about this All Blacks team right now? Is it the leadership? Or is it the selections? The lack of discipline? And who do you think should start at halfback against South Africa? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear what you think. We've got to figure out before it's too late. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more rugby content, and keep supporting your rugby teams and keep the rugby spirit alive. And we'll see you in the next video.